Good afternoon. Hi, everybody. This is Julie Skotsky from Stamp, Relax, Enjoy from Macomb, Michigan, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. As you've been probably seeing all over Facebook, the Stampin' Up! Virtual Card Retreat is happening. Yesterday was the first day, and today is the second day. I did post some photos on this page of the cards that I made last night, but you don't get the full appreciation until you see them up close, and I want to share with you all the different techniques, the tips, there's just so many things that I learned, even after being a demonstrator for almost 15 years, and I'm excited to, continue to use them. So I wanted to show you, this is the bundle that we are using. This is actually a bundle that is coming up in the March online exclusive, so you can get it early if this is something you want to try, and you can still join the retreat virtually on the replays. So it's just got beautiful fonts. This die, it's amazing how Stampin' Up! Thought outside the box when they, oops, this little thing should go in the middle here. Different ways of using the die, just thinking outside the box, and just some really cool little label banners there. And then this is like an exclusive stamp set that's included, which is really gorgeous. I mean, this image here we used a lot, and I'll show you the different techniques. And then just this little fun one here. I love the greetings. It's just a great design to go along with these cards. So let me show you. We had some technical difficulties in the beginning of the live broadcast yesterday, so we started late, which that happens. We all have those things, no big deal. So we were cut one card short last night, so that means we're doing an extra card tonight. So it's going to be a long night, but I'm excited because I got good sleep last night because I was so tired after doing all these. So this is the first card, and some of the techniques in here is heat embossing. You can see the heat embossing. We're stamping on some designer paper, which is a cool idea that some of us just don't do. And then there's two-step stamping. So you're stamping the image and then following up with a second image. They have some beautiful gems that are included in the kit. And then the inside, we use Stampin' Blends. So if you don't have these color Stampin' Blends, then you can use a different color. So that was the inside. And then this is a cute, pretty envelope. Wouldn't you like to receive that in the mail? So this is one of the cards. This was our first card we made. So so actually this design here is from this stamp set, but we stamped it and then we cut it apart, and then we used it in different layering. So real pretty card. And then the next one, oops, sorry. The next one here is this real intricate card. This is that beautiful die that I was showing you, and then they thought outside the box, and we just die cutted half of the paper here, or the edge here, and then the edge here. So instead of using the full image, you were learning a new technique by doing it two different ways. And then a lot of blending, and it's really hard to tell, but one of my cool new tips is, I don't know if you can see on the flowers and on the leaves, the little like white dew dots. You can make those dew dots, sounds like a song, with one of the color lifters. So that was really a cool technique that I've never thought of using this to help release color and give you dimension on the cards. Lots of coloring on this one here. Again, on the inside there was a nice little accent, and the beautiful envelope rather. So this one here had a lot of details, the gems, and then the blender color lifter. The blender color lifter was really a cool technique that I learned. This one here is a trifold card. Oops, got to add more glue on that one. So this is the card here. It looks really busy, but it's really pretty. Then you open it up, and then you got this. So this is made from designer paper, and there's different layers. There's actually sponging. You see the sponging on the flowers, and we use the dabber, the little dauber here. And then another technique is, you see the little dots? That was made with the Stampin' Blends, which is something that I didn't even think about doing. So that was cool to learn. Let's see, what else did we learn? So this die cut in the background, we actually cut two, and we layered them, but opposite, inverse. So you can see the peekaboo of the solid berry burst in the background. Again, a lot of blending, some die cutting, sponge daubing. Beautiful, always and forever. Make a beautiful wedding card. So that was this card. Again, it was one of the trifolds. So you learn how to do that, along with a coordinating envelope. I love how they Stampin' Up is giving us ideas of how to decorate your envelope and the inside of your cards. So that was the third one. This is another one, and they actually used a method that, it's been a long time, but it's called the kissing technique. So the kissing technique is when you take two stamps and then you kiss them, and then you get a different image. It's hard to tell, but on the berry burst flowers, there's actually, so you're stamping the flowers solid, and then there's, I just put all my stamps away, but it's this one here. This one here, you're actually kissing the solid stamp with this image, and you can kind of see the dimension in the flowers. And then we randomly, just put some little flowers on the designer paper. Did some more two-step stamping, and then this is a little front opener. So you open it like this, and then you did some more stamping here. So a lot of ink stamping. I keep going the wrong way. It's over here. Two-step stamping. Again, we did the kissing method on those pretty berry burst flowers. And here is the envelope. So that was another card. Lots of techniques. Just a little accent of the twine. So real pretty. Thought that was cool about the little envelope closure, just by using just a regular tab and then doing that. So the next card was here. So this is a cool card because there is absolutely no designer paper on this card. This is all stamping and embossing. The verses down here were what we stamped on the die cut, and then this is actually, they gave you a mask, this little polka dot mask, and you actually are using Versamark and clear embossing powder to create these images, and then you're putting this card together. So I thought that was a really cool technique. It was a lot of work, but it's cute. It's very, very neat. I like how they did the just the happy birthday verse, and the inside we stamped along the edge here, and we have a coordinated envelope, but on the envelope we also heat embossed the polka dots, and then we wiped it off. And I'm drawing a blank right now what that technique is called. So you wipe it off, and then so the polka dots still show, and then the stamped images are in the background. So this was another card. Oh my God, it was just like so much happening. It was a lot of fun yesterday. This card here is probably one of my favorites. Corey Hancock did this card, demonstrated this card. But this is it here. And there are so many techniques. The designer paper we stamped. So these two floral images, let me get these floral images was again this stamp set, and we cut it in half and put one on this side, one on this side. Lots of blending. The background with the berry burst stripes was actually I used the blending brush to blending pen to do that. And there's this cute um, little tabs here that we wrapped the twine around just to give it a different look. Couple embellishments. Again, this was the inside coordinated, and I don't think, what else? Obviously, you can easily go back and use Wink of Stella to add some more glimmer to some of these cards. But again, this was very cute. And then this is how we stamped the envelope. This is the back of the envelope, just real simple. We opted not to color the envelope or the inside. Just you have to be really careful when you use the alcohol blends, because if you color like the inside, it will bleed on the back of the envelope or on the cards. You have to be real careful with that. The last one that we made last night was Sarah Douglas did it, and it's probably not going to do it justice on camera. But this is a beautiful congratulations wedding card, but it's actually a shaker card that we used the flip-flops on. So you can actually, these are little embellishments that we put in here. We did some gold heat embossing, and then we actually embossed just the solid part of this banner here. The background with this little floral image, we did some blending with petal pink. And let's see, inside here, this is stamped. There's gold foil, more stamping. It's all on designer paper. We used two-tone cardstock here. And again, this is all stuff that's included in the retreat kit. So, I mean, the stuff that you'll need would be like the inks, the, you know, like a blending brush, some blends, different items like that. And then on the inside, we did the decorated on the inside, and then on the back side of the envelope. So this one here, you really have to see it in person, but this is probably one of my favorite cards. Actually, I think they're all pretty neat in many different ways. This one here was a great technique to learn how to do that. And then again, this one here, and this cute little fun fold, little tab idea, and learning how to do the little dots. That was fun. This is the envelope, and this is the trifold card. So there is and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have 9 more cards that we're going to make tonight. So this is like a really awesome retreat. What's so nice about it is it's all recorded. So if this is something like, you know, darn it, I wish I would have signed up, I wish I would have, you know, gotten a kit, you still can. The card retreat kits are still available. And then what the nice thing too is, since it's on replay, you can hit pause. So it's nice, like if you want to get a group of friends together, you guys each get your kit, and then you can spend a couple days or even a weekend or whatever, and you can make each one of the cards. You can hit pause, you know, catch up. I mean, there was a lot of times last night I was like literally running, running to the embossing station or running to pick up something. So this is still available. Again, you get a couple, you get the bundle that's coming out, the exclusive stamp set. You get a whole package of basic white cardstock, which you don't even use most of it. You get your two-tone cardstock that coordinates it, and you get little cute dies, punch out so that you can stamp, so you're not die cutting everything, but you are still die cutting a lot of things, along with a whole package of these dots. Can't think of the name of it right now. And what else was included? I think there's probably some more things. But anyway, it's just a real fun. I think Stampin' Up! Is doing a great job. And if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you if you're interested in doing something like this. And believe me, you will learn a lot of tricks and tips and techniques and all that fun stuff. So I'm excited to share with you later on. But in the meantime, I am going to get myself all prepped and ready for tonight. So have a great day and stay warm wherever you are. Talk to you later. Thank you.